Awesome. So let's dive in to the curriculum for today. Before I dive into the curriculum for today, are there any things that you remember from yesterday? Nigel, let's start with you. Is there anything that you remembered from everything we talked about yesterday?
Yes, yes. I remember that Python is an object oriented program, like you said. And when we talk about object, you were talking about being something. I think it's something targeted at something physical. It's like an object, something. Um, we talked about the shell and the kernel,
Yeah.
and I'm glad we actually talked about that because years ago, when I did Linux, we used to talking about when we were talking about the servers, we talk about the shell and the kernel, but I did not quite understand like how they differentiate. I'm sure that, I mean, what I'm trying to say, I did not know the difference. I didn't really know the difference between a shell and a kernel until you broke it down in layman's term. But basically, there's, I mean, I can go on all day, right? But there's a little bit of what like that yesterday. And the one thing I was going to tell you was my hope was that I mean, I think I'm going to be wrong. 'Cause like I said years ago when I was trying to take a programming class, they used to say that programming you learn. They say you learn to run before you walk, or is it you learn to walk before you start creeping. So the scary thing about it used to be is that they just start coding and coding and coding. And you don't understand what you say, what they're doing. They say you learn So usually in my mind, you have to learn something first to apply it. My hope is that you will be different from that.
Good, good, good. Yeah. Today you're going to have baptism of fire.
Oh my goodness! All right.
Good, good, good synopsis. Thank you for sharing. Aaron, anything you like to join to add in there?
Oh, for sure. So I have zero technical background, as I mentioned to you the other time.
Yeah.
I'm not a tech guy. My background is in management. And I just, thought, I should start having fun by looking at some other stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to transition or not, but I just thought, why not just look at some other stuff, right? So yesterday I was, I really liked the way, there was a PowerPoint slide that started with data type, and then we moved into variable, and then from there statement, a function, module, package, and all that stuff. Um, to me, that was very good because it answered a lot of things that I've been trying to understand, right? And it really helped me in, maybe just have a structure of, hey, when should I understand what a variable is? How should I understand what a function is? So yesterday in the night around midnight, I had to look at that same slide multiple times because it was answering a lot of equations that I have.
Good, good.
You know, so for me that was really really good, and I hope we're gonna continue by using examples that are closer to home. I mentioned I'm a CDC child, right? So if you're using this language, it speaks to me, right?
There
So,
you go. Yes,
so
yes.
yeah, I'm looking forward to this today and subsequent sessions.
Excellent, excellent, brother. I'm very glad to hear that. And that slide, it's funny because I almost took that slide out. I thought it was too goofy, but good thing I left it in there. Again, you see most people in IT, even most people writing code and programming, they do not understand those concepts. One thing that always gets confusing is the difference between library and framework.
Hmm.
People don't know what's the difference between it, but if you look at it, say in a sense that with a framework, you already have a foundation, you have the pillars, you have everything. All you have to do is write your code to add inside your framework and continue with your program. But a library, you are trying to dig your foundation and set everything, and then you borrow code from other people and add it in there. So your house is almost done. You have to go and buy zinc somewhere, or you're running out of cement. You go and buy some blocks to come and add it and finish building your house. So that's more like a library, borrowing stuff that you don't own and using it and so on. But yeah, good thing for sharing, or good thing you share that. How about you, Mr. Fabian?
Oh boy, where do I start from? I mean, I'm not gonna be repeating what other people have said.
Yeah.
But outside of that mindset, I'm also in love with how you are using technology to dispense information, right? I enjoyed your use of Google Classroom. It's one tool in the Google toolkit that I've not really explored, but looking at how easy it is to send alerts, but moreover, you will never hear somebody complaining, "Oh, my computer crashed and I can't access this," which is the beauty of using cloud, right? I mean, it shows how we are embracing technology as a whole. But thank you again for just breaking down, chewing those distros for us. I was listening to the video when you sent out, and my wife was passing around. It's like, which one is Jython now? This IT thing will never end. I just started laughing. I'm like, if you don't get the context, it can be scary. But just by her listening to Jython, it's like, also there is Python and there is Jython now. Say, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you should tell her and ask her that. So there's also Ghanaian fried rice, Senegalese fried rice, and Cameroonian fried rice. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for breaking down that down for us. I'm going to be the last person standing in this class, like not over promising like Peter and Jesus would in their conversation. But this is so important to me, so meaningful. I'm just so happy that I've come to someone that can really, like who was mentioning about the CDC chair, Mr. Aaron, like someone that can bring this closer to home. And I'm seeing like someone like me in the picture. If this guy can do it and talk like this, then why can I not do it, right? Yeah, those are some of the things that are really outstanding with you. And your use of language in general, your choice of words to contextualize things is really good. We come from a background where somebody wants to say something, he will drag it, go around, finally land somewhere. And even you, the listener, you're getting confused. But you're specific to what you are saying, and you just make it in a language that is palatable, we can easily consume. Thank you for that.
Awesome. So you guys keep giving me feedback on the teaching. That's great. But I wanted to grasp what you have studied. So now I'm not going to ask for feedback on this again until after the class. But that's very good what you've shared so far. And some of it has to come from failure, right? Because I've failed in the past and I've grown, I've been able to learn these things. And there's no need for anybody to fail the same ways that I've failed. If you want to fail, figure out a new way of failing. If I've already done that, made a mistake, then I need to steer you away from that so that we can all move, in a better direction. In that same light, let's carry on with today's stuff. Hopefully we can get this out of the way quickly. So today we're going to talk about data types, variables, statements, and expressions. In a nutshell, the few things we need to achieve or accomplish: defining what a variable, defining what a value, a data type are, and also working with variables. We'll look at statements and comments, and probably take a break at that point. That way your head is not fried, and then come back and look at how we can get user input and also speed out some output.